Yes, 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 people. We are back in the building. Guna Gang TV. Your boy Guna Gang Dan. Checking we are live and we are live, Mike. Checking 1, 2. We're
Check,
feeling
one,
good
two, one, two.
on this lovely Monday night. Hey, bro, the days and the weeks are getting better, man. Do you know, like,
It's mad right now.
it just feels, you get me on a day to day, my days just feel a lot better right now. I brought out the old school vibes, you get me? Because,
This is what I'm saying. That's the retro banana kit. What's
do,
that?
do
What
you
what
get,
year are we talking on that? That's what 93? I want to say.
I think, yeah,
I'm guessing
93,
on
94,
93.
93,
Yeah,
94.
yeah, yeah. Because I remember that's the kit when I'm sure when Ian Wright signed, that's the kit might have been wearing back then.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's when
remember
it
them
became
days there
famous.
still.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Certain man are looking a little wounded and bruised, but we're good, man. We're up top,
Well,
man.
listen,
We're celebrating
this
life.
this is what it is, man. When you're up top, yeah, it's hard because there's a lot of people who are either envious, they want what you got, or they just won't come around. So you look in the room today, I don't see too many man from Tottenham, from what's that team called? Man United. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I
The
don't see them.
Telford and
Yeah, it's all of
OT
that,
and
man.
yeah, hella excuses, but we don't hide, man. So, as
This is
the
what I'm saying.
thumbnail
Where are
suggests, yeah,
you?
we're here,
Where's the
man.
old 161 man? Them.
You
What's
get
going on,
me?
man?
Hotlines blinging and it's EE with the burners. You get me? It's EE with the burners
Listen,
popping, and
listen.
man ain't picking up the phone, and man I'm missing, bro. Do you get
It's
me?
crazy, yeah, because right now everyone's telling me the reception on EE is a bit kind of good, you know. Drop the O2 thing, innit? The voter thing. Everyone's telling me get on the EE thing now.
Come
So
on,
listen, we have to come on. Talk to me, bro. What are we
yeah,
not going to give the man his flowers?
yeah,
Have I not been have I not been saying to man,
yeah.
this guy is a good backup striker? And I was told from Arsenal supporters that this guy would not make even I think someone said even the bench for for any team in the Premiership. Any team. And I'm like,
No,
hold on a
I
minute.
did. I think it was me. I think I said he wouldn't start. I
Right,
didn't
so
say bench.
starting.
I said
So
start. No,
what are
I
we
think I
saying right
said.
now?
I think I
Because there's
said.
time to take it back still. There is time. Everyone's got
Yeah,
that
and
option.
yeah. So firstly, anyway, shout out anyone in the YouTube community. Shout out anyone in the chat. Send in your comments. We'll hit you up. We'll give you our response. Got myself, Guna Gang, Dan. Shout out Miss Mizaki. Shout out Narrow. Shout out Smith. Shout out Mr. Lewin. Shout out
Yeah,
Football
man.
Genius.
All
Shout
the
out
man
Drag
them, man.
Striker. All the man them. Shout out the man them missing as usual, as per
Yeah,
normal.
yeah.
That's it's cool. It's cool. We're here, man. I don't hide. So I stand here as a man, bro. Like, and like I'm only human, man. I'm only
Mm.
human. I go by the eye test, and I might have been a little, uh, quick on the trigger, should I say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd say that, and I'd say in my defense, it's only true I want to win. So
Mm-mm.
it wasn't
But
that
is that a frustration thing though, or was it just the fact that because, like I said, even if I support a team and I don't see the potential in a player, like every man's got the right to say, yeah, you know what, I just don't feel. And even now, there will still be people saying he's just not good enough. I can 100% accept that, but my argument has always been he is not good enough to be our number one striker. No, but backup striker for what he's been signed for, because remember, everyone had a problem when he got the 100 grand a week, the 14 shirt, which I know is not going to sit right with certain men. But his job is to do exactly what he's doing. Literally, my guy's got injured, and remember, Jesus now is back. It's been reported that he's going to be back. What in the next four to 5 weeks?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So all of a sudden you start thinking to yourself, okay, our bench is looking a little bit lively now because now the when Nketiah does eventually go back on the bench, and he will, you know that thing where Arsenal are losing or we need to try and get a winner after 65, 70 minutes,
we need
and
some
then
impact.
you start seeing Eddie warm up.
Yeah,
The whole vibration's different now
yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah,
actually think to yourself, you know what? This guy can actually come on and get us a goal. You know what I'm saying? He can actually change things up, give us something a little, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
that's all I wanted. I just wanted my man to get his respect, man. Because, like I said, I think his ceiling is, I say a high ceiling. I'm not talking the Martinellis and Sakas. I'm not talking them sort of ceilings. But I said the guy's got a ceiling. There's improving to do because you have to remember he's 23, but he's a young 23 because you look at the amount of games that Saka's played compared to Nketiah in terms of just
Yeah,
starting and finishing games
yeah,
is so much lower. You know what I'm saying? So although he's 23, it's almost like having a 21 year old because he ain't played as many games to get that sort of experience. And you just see that your body kind of gets hardened into to big man football and all of them sort of things. Pause. But you understand what I mean?
yeah,
It's like nah, because you have to take hits in the prem. You got man like Ben Mee looking to kick you up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Craig
yeah.
Dawson, them sort of man there. Just wanted to say you got to be robust. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen his physique improve. I've seen the touch improve, and those things you only get with rhythm of games. And I remember I watched the interview with him. He said, "I've never actually had a run of games."
Yeah.
And we only saw that at the back end of last season. But then everyone quickly forgets that because we got the big glamorous name Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I think I heard the stat that I heard was, I think it was 17 goals in 24, 25 starts, something like that, over this season and the last. So, listen, man,
Bro,
my hands are up, bro, to get me, as I said, man, redemption, man, to get me.
yeah,
But
man.
Eddie's gonna get his flowers, man. He's standing up when it counts, and that's all we want to see. As I'm sure, like, there will be some fans that, they'll just always have their opinion. My opinion is that I want
And
to
I
see
get that.
my team winning, yeah, and
Yeah.
if he's shining, that's what I want to see, because that means the team's winning. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and then there's no room for the negative criticism, should we say? You feel me?
Yeah,
So
yeah. But at the same time, we've all got this mentality as supporters of wanting to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? So we have to remember Arsenal, eighth, fifth, to position that we are today. We've done it our way, yeah? We've signed the Ben Whites for 50 million. People threw their arms up. Ramsdale, 30 odd million. People threw their arms up. Tomiyasu, who is he? People threw their arms up. Odegaard, oh, he's just some 14-year-old little kid who signed for Real Madrid.
yeah,
He weren't all that on loan.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
signed it. We've done it our way. So what happens is you see Chelsea going to sign Badershield. Who else did they sign? Um, I can't remember the youngster from Aston Villa, Mudryk, obviously.
Chukwemena, yeah.
Yeah, they signed. Obviously, they've. Who's that other guy that they've? Oh, obviously they done Sterling and all of these things, and we're looking like, raw. Them man are active. Why are we doing that? And I think to myself, hold on a minute. Look at the reason them man are active. Look at the reason because they do things in such a different way. So it's almost like, well, because Arsenal can spend a lot of money and now people have been exposed to the fact that we've got 80, 90 million and can spend that on a player, we're expected to do it all the time because the other people are doing it. Liverpool have signed, what's his name, Gakpo for what, 60 odd million, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, that guy, I'll tell you already, mate, he is not worth 60 million. He's not worth that if he had 40 million in his pocket, mate. I'm telling you, he's a dud. Yeah. You lot will see as well. Darwin Nunes, I said already, yeah, he has got the touch of a rapist, and we're seeing it week in, week out.
Ooh,
Yeah. All my
that's
man can do is he can run fast, and he's a physical presence. That's it.
you're not rating
He's
Darwin.
nah, listen, Darwin Nunes is literally what is he's not a Mexican, is he? Was he Uruguayan? He's a Uruguayan Lukaku. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit more finesse than Lukaku, but
You
the
don't
touch is the same.
you
I'm
don't think he's
telling
got
you,
that Cavani
Cavani, which part? Don't disrespect Cavani.
Ibra
Look at what
Ibra
Cavani's done.
in
Man
the
said,
in the in the
bruv, the
making?
only thing, the only thing him and Ibra have got in common is the ponytail, fam. Don't ever do that to
I
Ibrahim.
thought
Oh
I
my
thought I
God, I
thought
can't.
Darwin was a young Ibra. You get me?
Nah, you're a bad fan. You are strictly bad. I cannot believe it. Nah, listen, you know what it is? He's an athlete. And that's what it is. And don't get me wrong, that's why he's suited to the Premier. He will score goals, but I've seen Lukaku score goals. However, I've seen the touch of a donkey on probably equal occasions as I've seen him hit the back of the net. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Darwin Nunes will have games where he'll score a hat trick and it'll be like, oh, and his goals to game ratio is probably okay, but he fails the eye test on every occasion. I'm telling you. Yeah, you just, guy, I challenge you just to watch the guy. He's got very intelligent movement. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I
But
think
the
that's
actual,
probably his best attribute, his movement.
yeah,
That's why he
the
gets into a lot of
fundamentals,
spaces.
the mechanics of a footballer, there's something missing there, man. I'm telling you, man, there is something. And there's a reason why, listen, he's on the bench. 80 odd million, he's on the bench.
Yeah,
And Liverpool are struggling in what, 10th, 9th, something like that. I don't even check for them teams no more. It's mad.
it is mad. Imagine we're looking at what City are doing now. Shout out Narrow.
Mm,
When
you
you're
know what I'm
ready, bro,
saying?
we're here, we're here. But yeah, let's bring it back home anyway. So shout out those in the chat. Remember, subscribe, run up the ting, like, add up the likes, put your comments in, share the ting, share the vibes. And we're just having a grown man one, man, a big man
Yeah,
ting,
man.
a little juice on a Monday night.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm sipping on my sorrow right now.
You say you got
I'm
some
laid back.
sorrow.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's celebration time, man, still, like, really and truly, because no one expected us to do what we're doing. Every day in the chat, I always hear about the next two, three games. I watched some meme today from this Liverpool supporter, and like on TikTok and all them thing there.
Yeah, yeah,
And he was summing up Arsenal's next game. I think it started with Brighton, then we had Newcastle, then we had Tottenham, and then we had Man United. He's
yeah,
like, if Arsenal get 2 points from these fixtures, I'll be surprised. This is where it starts to fail. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
we've heard it from the beginning of the season. You ain't When we got the points on the board, you ain't played no one.
yeah,
Then,
yeah.
oh, you've lost to Man United. Look at the response. Oh, you're going to go to Brentford. Look, you know what I'm saying? All these places, Brighton, we've gone there. Sellers Park, we've gone there. These are places where people are constantly slipping up. The only two teams, rightly so, that have given us, let me say, problems are Newcastle and Man United. Man United, personally, I think they could argue the same. If we had Partey, I think we win that game. They could argue if they had Casemiro. But Casemiro was on the bench. They just didn't play him. I think if we had our full strength team, I think we would have beat them then. I
Yeah,
stand by that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with that. Yeah,
Newcastle, again, it's all if buts and maybes, don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But, if we got our full strength team, we had a Gabriel Jesus that night, or just someone to change things up, I think we could have got free. But it
Yeah,
wasn't a
off the
disaster
bench.
result.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
but
not a
Newcastle
disaster
was
result.
literally a park the bus thing. That's what it
Exactly.
was. So with
You know
that
what I'm
one,
saying? And
yeah,
and our real test will come when we go back down there because we've got to settle those demons.
yeah,
Tottenham was always a thing where it's only because it's a derby that anyone considers Tottenham. You saw them playing tonight. I'll tell
mm,
you something. I'd rather be out there on a Sunday morning watching my 10-year-old son in -5 degrees than watch that again. It was
yeah,
horrible to watch.
yeah.
It was honestly, they are painful to watch.
I'm gonna use your one and say it is dog shit, bro. It's dog
Absolute,
shit, bro.
bro. Oh, it's terrible, man. Emerson Royale, how is he a Premier League footballer? I will never know. Let alone scoring against Man City. But listen, that's just even here or there. I think they've only got 4 or 5 players from their team who actually got Premier League careers. The rest of them, they'll be Championship players, or they'll have to ship out and go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They literally 5 players. Um, but so that's the only reason why that was considered. Man United, we comprehensively beat them. Yeah. And I'm going to say comprehensively. First half, I thought was even, might have even swayed towards Man United. Second half, the levels were shown. You know what I'm saying? The stats speak for themselves. We got a left back who's bossing the whole game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Zinchenko, if you look at the heat map, I wish I had the picture to show you. This guy hardly played at left back. He bossed the whole game everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was like 95% pass completion. It was madness. Had more touches in the game than any other person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I did see all the stats and the
It,
visuals
it
on it.
was mad.
It
Because,
was
listen,
crazy.
when Arsenal win, I watch everything. I watch match
Yeah,
of the day,
the
everything,
heat.
bro.
Yeah, that's what it was. The heat map
Mm,
of his positioning was crazy, bro. You don't see
crazy.
you don't see that for any position of any player, like to
Right,
be all over the pitch like that, and that
right,
amount of touches and whatnot and pass completions and whatnot. So
bro.
yeah, we're
Record
cooking.
number of touches in their box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You expect that if Arsenal were playing Bournemouth.
Bam.
You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
at
I can't
home
even.
that you have a record
I
number.
can't lie. Man can't stay too long, man, because my workplace is going off right now. But yeah, man, just here to represent the thing. You get
Big
me?
up still, man.
Bling,
Don't know.
bling, bling,
NKT on the
ching,
back, yeah? What you saying?
ching, ching, ching. What?
NKT on the back?
Well, Eddie. Yeah, he put me in the
Yeah,
mud on the weekend. He put me in the mud,
yeah,
blood.
bro.
Straight.
Yeah.
Blood,
I
you know,
respect you for coming
you
to
know
check
me
in
already,
still.
yeah? You know me
Mm,
already. I will admit when I'm wrong. I'm not like
mm.
them lot in the group, wrong and strong, making up all these different. You get it wrong, you get it wrong. That's it.
Yeah.
Just hold your L and keep it moving, innit? And
Bruv, you see how it go already.
he put man in the mud on the weekend. Yeah? Straight.
This is what
That's
I'm
all I'm
saying,
saying.
man. It's a good position we're in that now, though, man. It's a
Yeah,
good
man.
problem we got when Jesus comes back. So we'll see what I go on.
Yeah, we got narrow. We got narrow in the building. Come on,
You got me for about
co-host.
20 minutes, blood. The neighbors, the people in this place are just they're on crud today, but I don't know if they're Man United and Arsenal fans and they just decided to start fighting today. But this
Yeah.
one's playing loud music at
No,
10.
they must be Man U or Chelsea or Liverpool or something. One of
Yeah,
them
yeah,
mid teams. You get me? One of them mid teams. But
yeah.
yeah, so boom. I was just with me and CJ was just chopping up the progression. And we ain't actually done just a Arsenal pod like this year really. We've done a
It's true.
couple, but CJ ain't been on none of those. So
Yeah,
just
yeah,
looking
yeah.
back and
Well,
flying through, we had
but obviously you two are the main kind of break it down kind of guys in the group, and you know what I mean. So once I'm gone, I'll be in the chat watching and listening to some
Big
real
up
talk.
still, man.
yeah,
Nah,
See
listen,
me?
everyone's got to do their thing, man. Life comes first. I get it. But yeah, man, we're just talking all things Arsenal. It's the best record, the best start to a season we've ever had, including Invincible time.
ever, bro,
Yeah, I'm
ever.
saying
Like
we're literally exactly halfway through the season, on course for 100 points, which
50
is
points,
crazy. Yeah, I'm
50
saying
points.
crazy for Arsenal. We've only literally dropped points in 3 games out of 19. That's come on, like just crazy,
That's
crazy.
two draws and 1-L. I don't think we've
Exactly.
lost at the Emirates from since last season, going back to like I think it's February or March or something mad like that as
What was
well.
that, Liverpool or something? I can't. I'm trying to think who we lost to. Might have been someone else actually. But yeah, the Emirates is a fortress right now. The place is
Right now,
buzzing, and you know what it is that Arteta has to get his credit because I like certain things that he's put in place. Like I hear the anthem before every game now. You know
you
what I'm
seen
saying?
this
I'm
thing?
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
yeah, and
billing
I
a
hear
thing.
people singing it, and I'm
You're
like,
billing a
all
thing.
right, he's doing this. I see it. I went
Yeah,
to the
but
Emirates the
man,
other day just for the
bare
Juve
people's
game.
bare people was laughing at my man when he was playing. I was one of the first to criticize that. Why are you doing the Liverpool thing in the stadium? But I get it. It must have been trying to say, okay, this is what
Yeah,
they're
man.
doing, so we need
Atmosphere, innit?
something extra. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
choose.
Yeah.
I just said I didn't get it. I didn't really cuss it that much because I'm not gonna give no next team no more smoke. But a
Mm.
lot of other fans have been criticizing the light bulb thing and the trading with the Liverpool thing, and now it's starting to kind of pay off. Like, so
Yeah, because you know
what
what
can
it
I
is, yeah,
say?
that in the
I just have
Amazon
to hold
thing.
my L again. Arteta put me in the mud again. So
But now listen, and we still need to do more. But I think what it is now is that people can appreciate there's certain foundations that have been led. You know what I'm saying? He's brought the fans back together. You know what I'm saying? Made sure that the team and the fans connect. It's like I'm hearing everyone's got a song. I heard Odegaard's got a song. Xhaka's got his song. Zinchenko, Saliba. I'm like, raw.
I
This
heard, I
place
heard,
is
I heard,
re
I
is
heard a song for
vibes.
EE today as well. I heard one for Eddie.
Listen, I put one on my status, you know what I'm saying? Your defense is in trouble. I had to put that up. When I
Yeah,
was
what
hearing
the
them
Eddie
tune there, I was
In
like,
the room
it's
thing?
vibes. You know what I'm saying?
it's
I was like,
mad.
no, this is vibes.
It's
But
looking
but like I
mad,
said,
man.
but we don't want to hype it too much because right now that like I see as well, this is how people are fickle in the media as well. Because all of a sudden it's like, oh, Gareth Southgate's gonna pick him for England, and there's this big fight with Ghana, and I'm just like, whoa, hold on a minute. 2 games ago, this weren't the talk. All right, let's calm it down now because at the same time, what it is that they know media build you up to kick you back down so quick. And
And
I'm like, cool, I want your confidence to be
let's
up,
have it
but
right.
let's not go too
Let's have
far.
it right. Banter aside, I know I cuss off Eddie, and I don't really. He's not one of my favorite players, yeah. But we have won the Premier League with Christopher Ray, fucking all these no-name man that are not better
Real
than the
talk.
current team that we got, and we won the
Yeah,
league.
but them man weren't the leading strikers though.
No.
You have to
That's
think
what I'm
about
trying
it.
to.
For
That's
every
what I'm trying
Christopher
to.
For real,
Ray,
yeah.
we had Anelkas and
Yeah, that's what
people
I'm trying to
ahead.
say.
You know what I'm
But you
saying?
remember the period when them man they weren't there. There was a period where we went for about 3 or 4 games where we didn't have our top guys out there, and them man they stepped
Yeah.
up.
I know, yeah. Listen, I remember Christopher Ray slapping a mad goal against Bolton from nowhere, and I'm
Yeah,
sure like we won the game, like some long range. I'm like, raw. I'm reading up about this man. He's George Ware's cousin or something. I'm like, raw. This man must have just swapped DNA for this game because he was toilet after that. Every time I watched him,
yeah. He just won the
literally
league,
couldn't
got
tap
his
a ball.
trophy, and dipped. Like,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was it.
saying, yeah. So, but nah, listen, I get it. I just see the way that our team's building. We've signed this next centre back. I know nothing about him. Can't even pretend to know anything about him. But I heard he played World Cup. I heard a few men were interested. And you know what it is that when I hear that a few men were interested, it makes me feel a little bit better. Because yes, everyone can find a Martinelli every now and again who's come from the Brazilian
I
third
think
division.
it's the clubs that are interested as well because you
Yeah,
hear
you see
it's
that big clubs.
Juve and AC
AC,
Milan,
yeah.
and yeah. So
So it makes you think, all right, cool. Them man over there will surely know more than we know about him. So if they're interested and their caliber of players is up here, that makes me feel all right. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what he's about. But the main thing is that we've got numbers. We needed numbers because we've got Reece Nelson, who's came in for 1 or 2 games. We're hoping he's going to take off. He can't stay fit. He'd walk down Oxford Street and get injured. That's what his whole career's been about. So you can't really trust it.
yeah,
I think Vieira still
similar
needs to.
with Emil
Vieira still
Smith
needs to
Rowe.
grow into the Prem. Emil Smith Rowe, he's made a glass.
Yeah.
Like, I love him as a player, but he's made a glass. He's literally him and Jack Wilshere are probably the same. Even Ox, when he was here, was like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is with some of these weak English man there. They need to eat their food different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Saka ain't going through the same thing.
The man needs
You
some
told me what's different.
The man needs some jollof
Right.
rice and some.
Right, the diet's different, isn't it? You know what I'm
come on.
saying? So yeah, man, we just need to make sure that we got reliable numbers that we can. And you know what it is? I celebrated that signing because I don't want to see Rob Holding on the pitch too much. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I don't.
With that. I agree.
I really
I
don't.
ain't really seen the guy play, but it seems like anyone's better than fucking Rob Holding. That's me.
Yeah,
I
you know,
think,
and,
but he's definitely like one that he needs to be on the way now. Like
Rob Holding's the mascot. Let's be real. I think we saw it from the
it's
Amazon
mad.
video. He's there for vibes.
He might get a testimonial, bro. He's actually our longest.
And you know
player.
what? I wouldn't even be mad at that still.
Wow.
But make sure it's a goodbye one. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them testimonies like, cool, thank you, because I still remember him dealing with Diego Costa that day in the cup final. Thank you very much, but goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to keep this thing moving. Because I know before you was talking to me about Champions League,
we're gonna make money on him.
You reckon?
We got him for 2 million, blood.
Oh yeah, for real. Well, listen, knowing Arsenal, we're giving him away for free as a favour.
Oh yeah, probably. We'll probably give him away for free. But yeah,
you know what I'm
if
saying?
we can get a little 13, 14 million for him. That's
Yeah. What are you saying for the rest of the transfer window? You man reckon we get anyone else in? Do we need to?
Wait, before you get into that though, you see just on the game, I just still want to just touch on the game, because like I think like yesterday's game was one thing in itself, isn't it? Because it's Man U, it's the real rivalry. The rivalry we all came up on was always Man U. Obviously Tottenham, they've never been a part of that conversation really. It was it was never Tottenham. It was always Man U in it. So. And like yesterday's game felt like that energy, that type of vibe kind of was back. And I was even telling Narrow the other day, like even in the Tottenham game in the last performance, bro, something felt different, bro. We was at the lane, and we just bossed the game comfortably. And I'm telling you, CJ, big man thing, bro. Like I ain't seen us play like this. Like since Invincible days, I'm telling you, bro. I can't tell you when we've gone to the lane and controlled the game like that. the mentality thing is looking mad. And now there's this new slogan, mentality monsters, rare tear tear. I don't know if it's that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
bro, what I'm seeing is something different, and this is what I was saying to you. This is what I was saying to you on the back of seeing the Amazon doc and rare tear tear and seeing. I was like, okay, I see what he's doing, but even at the start of the season, I was telling her, all right, let's see after October because of you get me, the opposition that I knew we had to play, and then I was like, all right, let's see after the World Cup. Me myself, I said that, and I'm now in a place like, you know what, I've seen, and bro, like, what are you telling me, man? Like, because
Not for
Bro,
me
you
yet.
know what? It's mad. I think it's a mixture of two things. It's you know it is from pre-season. I saw Arsenal when it was the Arsenal Chelsea game, and I watched that in so much detail, and that made me excited for the season because I was like, I see it. I
yeah, the
see where I can see.
preseason,
I
yeah,
can right the
yeah,
pre-season.
yeah, yeah,
I think that was Zinchenko's first
yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah.
and
We
as
slapped them in
soon
it.
as I saw, yeah, we slapped them up. But it wasn't even just a score; it was just a manner in which we went about it.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, oh shit! If these men start bringing these patterns of play into the
yeah,
Prem,
yeah,
it's going to be a madness. Never thought it'd be like this, but I
yeah.
said it would be a madness,
Mm.
and I can see that. So what's happened is through consistency we started to create a fear factor. It is a part of what we're doing in the way that we're playing, but teams are now scared. And what they do, when people are scared, you don't attack, you step off. And if you give us space to play, and we will do that, it's a madness for you. We will just camp in someone else's half. So teams are seeing that both home and away. And I think it's
Man,
the
I got
fact
the
that we're,
caravans. Man, I got the
you know what I'm
caravans
saying? It's mad.
on your land. Like, yo, we
But you
own
can
this.
see every man looks a little bit taller.
Yeah,
Jacka looks a little bit taller
yeah,
now. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, chests are puff out. We're going onto the pitch and it's like, we're going to do this. I
yeah,
always get scared, and I don't know if it's a PTSD thing where I get worried when I start believing in the team because I've gone through so many bad experiences where I've believed
yeah.
and I've been let down. And it was only this Man United game where it was like, no, you know what? I do believe in this team. We're going to win this game. So that's why I was even on the thing in the group and that when we went 1-0 down, I said, man, calm
No,
Calm,
he
down. You
did
know what?
say it. He
There's,
did call it.
there's
He
calm
said,
enough
down,
calm down.
time.
calm
There's
down,
enough time.
calm
There's enough
down.
time.
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
My only
And
thing
I
is,
just see the
I
team.
see everything. I see everything clearly, but I'm
Mm.
still waiting for that Man City double header. That's when I will be totally convinced.
well, we've got
Right
them.
now,
We've got them first. We got them in the
We,
FA
we
Cup
got
on
three
Friday.
times, innit?
Yeah, we
Mm.
got them Friday in the FA Cup, and then we got them again 15th of Feb, and then we got them again. I think the last 6 games.
and hopefully
Yeah.
by then we are in a position where it doesn't matter if we win or not against
Yeah,
them. That's where
But
I
but
will
my
be.
thing is, I think you still got to look at City. Yeah, everyone's putting the pressure on us, which
Hello?
understandable in it because of our position and we're not used to being here. But we've seen a Man City that can go from winning 5-0 and then go to looking like
What you
losing
need to
to a
be letting the front door.
horrid team like Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? A
yeah.
horrid team like Tottenham looking like they were going to lose that game. And they have got the capacity to come back. But that is a team I can see will drop points throughout this season. So everyone's saying it's about us. I'm not saying I want to lose to them, but effectively we can lose to them and still win this, because it's
Yeah,
not like we play them twice. We play them
yeah,
now and then we play them again at the end of
yeah,
the
yeah,
week.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
still games to go.
yeah.
So come the
Which,
next time that we play them, if there's a gap of more than 3 points, I'm still confident.
bro, this is kind of what I was saying. This was what I was saying to you earlier in the season when I was saying
Mm,
that if we keep this momentum and just open a gap up, then it won't matter when we play them because we've got a nice gap where we can afford to, drop a 2 points. To get what I'm saying? Maybe not
yeah,
three, but hold a draw in certain places.
listen,
And like, I would have
even if
took
they
a
come
draw
to the
yesterday.
Emirates,
Yeah, but like
bro,
and that's mad, TJ, because like we've beat Manu at the Emirates over the last few seasons,
and
but
we do this regular. You know
yeah,
what I'm
so
saying?
but yesterday just felt a bit like not sure, because like they look like they're on something right now. So I don't
And they
want them.
were, and they
Yeah,
are. They
they
are.
were. Yeah,
Let's keep it 100.
yeah,
They are.
100.
Rashford, right now, I've had to eat humble pie because I was on Rashford,
Yeah, I
on
remember that
him.
one.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
I get frustrated with players that have got talent and don't produce because I think to myself, that's That's a bit weird. Same reason why my energy has switched to Anthony.
Yeah,
The
Anthony.
same
I see it.
reason why
Yeah,
I was on Jadon Sancho because I know that these men have got capabilities.
yeah,
Why am I gonna cuss Elanga? No disrespect, he's shit.
yeah, yeah.
It don't make no sense.
Yeah, I
So
get
I,
that.
I like to challenge the players that I actually feel, yeah, you know what, you've got some ability. I need to see more in it because
Yeah,
you need to see your players produce. So they've been on stuff. Casemiro, Rashford,
Rashford. Yeah,
um,
Bruno's.
Martinez, and Bruno as well. Martinez probably for me is if I had to have a favorite Man United player, it's him. And I think to
Yeah,
myself, boy, just look at what we could have been if we got him as well.
bro.
Because
It's looking mad,
you
and
saw
I'm
the
just
passion when
thinking,
he
what?
scored that goal.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if Arteta brought him in, I don't think it would have been a left back. Would it have been a left back thing, or
I,
to
I think
to
it.
think because
I
Zinchenko,
think it
he's
would
brought
have been on
Zinchenko, isn't it?
rotation. Yeah, because we all think to ourselves now that Zinchenko was kind of the first choice. I don't think he was. I
Nah,
think he had the way in which Zinchenko's playing. I think he saw the ability in Martinez
to do
to
that.
slip into that midfield role because he can
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can do it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
To start off at left back, but you're going to come in and do X, Y, and Z. And
yeah,
then ultimately, if Gabriel was having a shaky one, which he was earlier in
yeah,
the season,
yeah,
he could have said, "Yeah, you know what, you go in there," and
yeah,
we might not have seen Gabriel for a minute. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But fair play to Gabriel. Let me just shout him out as well because
yeah.
I
He's
think
turning it
over the
around,
last
man.
4 or 5 weeks, he's been the best centre back.
Out of
You
the
know what I'm
two,
saying?
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with
yeah.
that. Yeah, I agree
You know
with
what I'm
that.
saying?
Saliba has looked a little off the boil. I think the World
Yeah, I
Cup
think he had a good
break.
game. I think he had a good game against Man United, but
Yeah,
he
he
ain't looked
quietly
like
does
that
his
road.
he quietly
Yeah.
does his thing, but I get what you're saying. The level dropped a little
Mm,
from how he was playing at the start of the season. But I guess that
yeah.
that's the new signing buzz, isn't it? It's like a new signing, and obviously when you've brought Saliba in, and we've been seeing man like Bob Bolden and that like
Yeah, yeah,
a man like Mustafi's and Mertesackers,
yeah,
then
yeah. It's
he's
just
gonna look like a Rolls Royce, isn't it? So
yeah, hundred
yeah,
percent, hundred
but yeah,
percent. And I think is well. I think what Arteta has done very well is kind of conceded somewhat that Ben White weren't quite up to it at centre back.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again,
But
if
do
I'm
you
gonna have
think
a sub-split
do
centre
you
back,
think
I'd rather White than Holding.
do you think it was because it's similar with like Aubameyang went out and then he brought Martinelli back in on the left, yeah.
Mm,
Now we're not trying to get into any dirt or anything like that. I'm just saying like in terms of
mm,
he was forced to make a decision because the players that he needs in that position is not there. So you're forced to play Martinelli now because everyone said, it was great what he done with Martinelli for his development by stalling his. To me, it was like
mm.
you're stunting his growth kind of thing to me because
Yeah, yeah.
Martinelli's always had that fire. He's always had it from I
Mm.
first seen him. So to me, it's like, why are you not playing you? And it was like, oh, a great decision from the boss. And then it's like, oh, it was great that he sent Saliba out on loan and rare tear. So, and now it's great that he put Ben White in right. But is it, or is it that he's forced
But
into these positions and then
it depends.
it
It
works
depends,
in
isn't
his
it?
favor? Like,
But you could say that about absolutely anything. It's a glass half full or half empty sort of thing. It's
yeah,
how you want to kind of look at it.
yeah,
The Saliba thing was interesting because I remember coming onto one of our pods and saying we're not going to see Saliba.
yeah,
I remember
yeah,
saying that. I said he's actually done because I was thinking to myself he's been managed badly. However, sometimes it's about what the media puts out there for you to believe and make up your thing. But when Arteta's spoken, he's always said this is a guy who's gone through great trauma. He lost his mum at a young age. He's come to a new country. He
yeah,
needed to go back and be somewhere that's familiar and for him to also get the number of games. You have to take that into account. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The only thing that made me think to myself, well, are you just saying that? Why didn't he sign a new contract already? You know what I'm saying? Why did
yeah,
if you feel this way about him and you recognize and seen the talent, why have you not sealed him up already? You know what I'm saying? And then you go out and you see how happy he is, Marseille, and they're doing their thing in I think it was the Europa League at that time. This
yeah.
time we're not playing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
no, yeah.
oh, this
Makes the
is
Champions League.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You think
makes it into the France squad.
right. And then it was only when he come and said, no, the fans I need to pay back the fans. I'm going to come over and whatnot. That's the only time where it was like, but then do we look at that and say, well, maybe that was Arteta's plan all along? If that's what he's sitting, remember, we haven't heard nothing else from him apart from that. Ignore what the media says. This is what the plan was. He has to get the credit for it, really. He has to get the credit for it. The Ben White thing, I personally think it wasn't a plan to take Ben White out and play him right back. I just think Saliba's coming in. He's been so good. You had no choice because the way in which your systems played, he would never play Saliba and Ben White. He has a left-footed player at left centre back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Gabriel was our best centre back last season. I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah.
And the two just worked so well together. Literally, just in the way in which their attributes, they just complement each other perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But again, his two players. Well, I can't call Saliba his player because it wasn't him who signed him.
Yeah.
But again, Gabriel, that's his player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he had to get credit again. I think he signed what's called a steady Eddie in Tomiyasu. But then I think about it, and I'm like, I've watched Tomiyasu play in Italy. He was a centre back.
Yeah.
He was a centre back in Italy. I never saw him play at fullback.
Yeah.
Then I saw him play, and I was like, bruh, the guy's 2-footed. Shit, he could be utilised at left back and right back.
Yeah.
And then you saw in the Liverpool game, my man put him at left back and said, hold Salah. You understand what I mean? Has to get credit.
Yeah.
Ramsdale, I think, is the one that he has to get the most credit for. No one saw this keeper before. No, I've watched him play for Southampton, Sheffield United, Bournemouth.
Yeah,
and you see him is picking up the ball out the back of the net because he's getting peppered every time. Yeah. I didn't know he was this much of a talent as a keeper, and he still makes mistakes. He's young, but I didn't know that. So he has to get the credit. You know what I'm saying? But Odegaard is the one player that I want to give him the most credit for because you can tell that he fought to get him. It's like, no, you fit what I want to do. He was waiting. There was all these players that were circulating in rumors at the time, but they waited and they got their guy for what, 35 million? Yeah. You look at that now.
Now it's a still, isn't it?
It's a madness, bro.
It's a still.
Bro, man's doing reverse flip-flap passes and almost got the best assist that one of the best assists I would have ever seen in the Prem.
On Megan, man's Megan, man, like it's nothing.
He's even got man to start shooting. I'm like, bruh, that man has to get the credit. You know what I'm saying? Smith Rowe last season developed. He has to get the credit. Yeah, we was playing it. The actual door being open to certain man playing, that might have been something where you can question, like you did with the whole Martinelli thing.
Yeah.
But Smith Rowe's come in, Chris and man with the number 10 shirt, told man, if you're going to take the number 10 shirt, you got to score some goals. Smith Rowe responded last season, scored 10 plus. You got to give this guy credit. You know what I'm saying? You have to, man.
And I think obviously with him now coming back into the fold, obviously just getting back to fitness at the right time, it's going to be pivotal. If he can, you get me, maintain his fitness for the remainder of the season, it'll be important, bro, because he was stepping in off the bench and coming in and, to get me, tucking away in last 10 minutes, last 20 minutes, edge of the box, running in, Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Me? So he was cooking, he was doing bits. So
yeah, but it's going to take time to get that rhythm. And because I thought to myself the other day, when he brought Trossard on, I thought to myself, yeah, obviously Trossard the new signing, you signed him in time to come on for this. I was thinking, why am I not even seeing Smith Rowe warming up or nothing like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which tells me, yeah, you're fit, is into to play football, but you must be a long way from match fitness or match sharpness, and he must see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it's you know, I think we'll see him probably in the cup game against City. And yeah, we're just kind of see him kind of fitting in here and there, but it's just nice to see we've got some options now, man.
Yeah, so like boom, like let me just bring this up because this is what it was, innit? It was two of the targets
yes,
that we were looking at in the window. Obviously January transfer window now open, 23rd of the month, so just about another
week
or
left.
so left. Yeah, about a week left. Boom. two of the targets we were mentioned to be interested in. Just basically just taken off us. Basically, we just got. Well, it's outbid. Money's one thing, and Chelsea just done what they done. In the end of the day,
Yeah,
you know,
100%. We got out muscled. We got we got shown to be small players in the
yeah,
transfer
man
game.
came man came in the small
Yeah,
canteen and took away a man's food and
yeah.
said,
You know
"Yeah,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
taking your food. You don't need that, bro. Do you get
Hundred
it?
percent,
Like,
hundred
you don't
percent.
need
You know what I'm
that."
saying?
So
Yeah, we just said yeah, we're taking that. And you know what? Fair play. I'm not gonna lie to you. As you know already, I was a big fan of Mudryk. I wanted him at the team. However, the way in which the club have conducted themselves in terms of at the end, I'm in agreement with. I think my problem is why did it have to wait so long where someone could do this to you? Because we know that Mudryk was twerking to come to Arsenal. We saw it. Everyone saw it. The posts, all the cheesy stuff that he done, and we've been in talks and negotiations for this guy for however many months. But it does come to a stage where if you go into a shop and you say, "Cool, I want to buy this vest," and I say to you, "This vest costs £20." You come to me with £10 and say, "Look, can I have the vest?" I'm like, "No." You walk away, you come back in the next day, you say, "Cool, I'll give you 15." I said, "No, the price is 20." Don't come to me a third time and ask me for anything less than what it is. Because at that second stage, you either walk away or you say, "I want this vest enough. Here's your 20. Get on the plane, mate. Let's go back to London." You know what I'm saying? And that's where Arsenal failed. It was penny pinching. It was putting a valuation on a player and still pushing and trying because I think that we thought we had it sealed up that he wanted to come to Arsenal. So no matter what, we was always going to get the deal done and was willing to wait to get our own way. That stubbornness has made it a bit of an embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't chase a girl for 6, 7 months because your pride as a man's gonna take a hit, right? You know what I'm saying? You go for something you want, and if it don't work out, you say, "All right, cool, I'll go for the next one."
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do that. The Jao Felix one, I don't know how much truth there was in terms of our interest. Apparently, it was true that we was interested, but for what they were asking for, just did not make sense for our setup at all. I didn't want him anyway. If I'm going to be honest, I think he's a talented player, but has never really produced. You know what I'm
what?
saying?
So you think so? All right. So that was the news. We brought in this guy, right? So who would you have rather had? Well, not Jao Felix over Trossard, or who
Oh,
else?
listen. In terms of just a talent, Trossard is is not as talented as João Felix. However, if you're going to ask me who would I want out of the two, I'd want the one who's got Premier League experience. I'd want the one who scored 7 Premier League goals this season and that can hit the ground running almost guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
You
Suits
said
in
that's
terms of
that's that's
stylistically, he
over
suits us.
over Mudryk or Jao Felix.
João Felix. I think Mudryk had that X factor for me in
Yeah,
terms of as a player. I thought he was very explosive. And I've obviously, listen, I'm not going to say I've watched Ukrainian games because I ain't. I've only seen the guy in the Champions League and a whole heap of YouTube. And I
yeah,
said, you know what? I can see why. And again, because of all the signings that I mentioned before, I've got trust in the man that these men identify now. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
they got a bit of a track record. And if they're going to say, "Yeah, cool, we're going to go and pay over 80 million for this player," this guy's got something. And I knew he had something. And I thought to myself, he could have been that guy who decides a title. You know what I'm saying? That guy who just gives us that Newcastle game. You bring on someone like Mudryk, you saw in the half an hour that he played for Chelsea how explosive that he can be. And
yeah,
that's not even fully fit yet.
yeah.
It
He
could have
looks
been a madness.
he
I think
looks
Trossard is
impressive,
the
man.
smart, safe signing that makes a lot of sense because you cover the three positions up front. I've seen him play up front. I've seen him play on the left, seen him play on the right. I've even seen him play at wing back. And you can see on Sunday when he came on, he just looked like an Arsenal player. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Tidy feet, technically sound, both left and right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this guy could actually be an asset. it doesn't sound as exciting as a João Felix. It don't. But at the
No,
same time,
you'd say it's
he's
similar.
got more.
It's similar to sort of Liverpool's transfer business where they've brought in sort of, not the biggest names in terms of marquee signings, but it's been players that have complemented the squad.
Exactly, and fit the style.
With your Jotters and these type of
Exactly.
guys, and
That's, you know what, Jota, that's a good one you've mentioned. I look at his signing and I think to myself, he could be as good as Jota has been for Liverpool.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? One of them sort of signings because Liverpool paid what, 40 odd million for Jota, and everyone was like, and then slowly you've just seen him come in and he's proved his worth. There's no, apart from his injury record, there's no doubt about what Jota brings to Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't know where is he going to play up front, is he going to play over there? But he slots in. He's one of them 7 out of 10 at everything. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's like everything he does very well. He's not spectacular at anything, Jota. And I kind of see Trossard in the same way. I don't see him as a spectacular player, but I see very little weaknesses.
Yeah. Very adequate. And I'm with you on it, bro. Because for me, I mean, with regards to the Mudge, I mean, I would have loved, like, both of them would have been a madness. To me, João Felix and Mudryk pulling up in January on the carpet, bro. Like,
it's mad.
Brother.
With us in first position and all of that.
Bro, I'm getting all sorts of merch and all sorts. You get me? Like, you've fully got me doing a mad thing. You get what I'm saying? But like, obviously it didn't come to fruition, so we won't dwell on that too much, innit? Obviously, Chelsea done their thing. You get me? Chelsea come like them man in the club that obviously we're flyboys anyway, so them man in the club that like be popping hella bottles, you get me, wheeling all the things back like after the club, and then they're outside with like, you get me, the big whip and tear and you get me and but then that's it, that's the end of the night. There's nothing more. You get me? There's nowhere to go after that. There's nowhere to go.
Exactly.
To get on
Certain time you just gotta say, all right, cool, that's your thing, innit? Because whilst them girls are going with you, and they're still laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones.
Selling dreams, man. They're just selling dreams. So it's cool, man. Let them. You get me? Moving like splurge boys on some erratic spending.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool. Like, we leave them to it. But for me, anyway, let me get back to the point. Was like I was at, when we got to the point of 60 mil with Mudryk. I mean, with João Felix, firstly, they were saying loan. To me, I look at it like you kind of want an option in there or obligation. But
that's the only way it would have made sense. I was reading something today about Chelsea apparently have got something in place. Apparently, but all sounds a little bit convenient for me. It was well publicized at the time when they signed him that it was just a straight deal. And my thing is, if you had something in place, why would he sign a new contract? That don't make it didn't make complete sense to me. But we'll see. I would not be surprised with the way that Chelsea are going on right now if he was to end up extending the stay for longer once the season comes to an end, depending on how he does as well.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like if Chelsea weren't so thirsty and probably there was a little more time on that deal, then we probably could have maybe negotiated something a little less. And you get me? I wasn't with the whole, I don't know what it worked out in the end, 15, 16 mil, 20 mil, whatever it is.
20 mil, I think it is for the end of the season.
Yeah, that's crazy. Especially going to miss 3 games and whatnot. That's mad.
It is mad. And it's not in line with the way we do things.
If it wins you the title, is it mad?
Right, but you got this. All right, so look at this, yeah? You're spending 20 mil to the end of the season.
No, so let's say we negotiated that down to about 10. Because I wouldn't.
Cool,
I'm not saying 20. I'm saying, so let's say we get it down to about round it off at 10, innit?
Yeah. All right. So round it off at 10. You have to remember, Arsenal. The one thing Arsenal were always going to do is we had to get an option to buy. That was the only way that we was going to do it. It was never going to be let's borrow you and send you back. Because you're too talented for that and we're trying to build something. All right. So hold on to that thought, yeah? So once we've got this 10 mil, João Felix is on approximately 250, 260 a week or so, yeah? That's apparently his wages. He's on about 250, 260 a week, right? it gets to that. We get the option to buy. Yeah. You have to renegotiate that contract, right?
Yeah.
Because you're now buying him. So let's just say he's going to go on to 300 bags a week. Yeah. Let's just say João Felix was a very good player for Arsenal, but he wasn't one of the standout players.
Yeah.
You got your Martinellis, Sakas, Salibas all playing to higher levels than him. What happens with those three players when you got to renew those contracts? Because remember, they're all waiting for contract renewals right now. Plus, you got the Eddie. Remember, Eddie's on 100, so there's got to be separation. All of a sudden, we're back in that realm where Arsenal are uncomfortable paying astronomically high wages, because if João Felix is on 300 grand a week, better know that Saka has to be on more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has to be on more just for what he's done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Martinelli's going to not want to be far behind. I'm doing bits. Saliba's highly wanted. You've only just put another 12 months on his. You got to get his sorted out. He's like, boy, you know what? Man won the league, innit? I played my part in that. I want my change too. So all of a sudden, it starts to jog around the things that you've already tried to put in place and cut back, because you have to remember, we're not operating in the same way as a Chelsea. We just don't operate that way, and we have to accept that. Especially for where we are, we have to accept it, because they've been kind of proven, regardless of whether we win the league or not, it's been now proven that we can compete doing it this way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I get it. I'm just saying, and that's what I'm saying. And maybe it is just my eagerness to win and looking at things on a short-term basis, because it's been such a long time, bro. We're talking like 20 years, bro.
No, 100%. I get it.
Since I've, but we're at a place now where like, I feel good, bro. Like the way I used to wake up them days knowing we were invincible. Do you get me? Like, It feels like that. Obviously, we haven't achieved nothing like that yet. You get me? So I'm not trying to compare us to that. I'm just saying, in the way you feel about your team, and you can wake up and it's not all doom and gloom. You get me? Even
exactly.
Do you get me? There was news about the Mudryk. He went over that side of the road, and then we brought in Trossard, and Trossard is actually a signing I would have actually pretty much went for, as I said probably in the chat, like prior to anyway, like the news of Brighton and the fallout and whatnot, because it's a sensible signing. Last 6 months,
it's a signing, right? It's a signing that makes sense.
Yeah, I
want of these things where it's like, if you don't have to rock the boat and you can still get someone of quality, all right, cool. I might as well do this.
Yeah, and I think
we move fast, and I gave him credit.
The last few years, we haven't done a lot of business within the Premier League, if you're with me.
Yeah.
Do you see, it's been Ben White, Ramsdale, and that's about it.
And was Ramsdale even from the Prem? No, it's Championship, I think. Yeah, it was Championship at the time.
Well, they got relegated, didn't it? So he was at where was he at? Sheffield United, and then before that, he was at Bournemouth, I think.
Bournemouth, yeah.
They both got relegated, so.
And look throughout the rest of the team. Who have we? I don't think there is any players.
We don't buy players from the Prem, which is something I've been screaming at for years. We need to buy Prem-proven players. Yeah. Sometimes we don't need to go so far. Even in the Championship, you'll find some gems. You get me, bro? You'll know from grassroots football. You'll know.
Yeah. Look at Eze for Crystal Palace.
He's doing a madness. And Elise, both of them.
Yeah, 100%.
Both of them.
Yeah, Elise was doing that readiness. Yeah, brother, it's good that we've changed and we've adapted for what is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I think it's clear that Trossard wasn't the first choice, which is fine.
Yeah,
it's cool. But just like I'm critical on the field, it's have the plan B if plan A don't work. And I've seen it now with Martinez, Zinchenko, bang, straight away. I've seen it now with Mudryk, cool, Trossard, bang, in. So we're addressing the fact that, cool, this is because you've identified now that you need a winger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is what you've identified. Maybe I might not agree, but this is what you've identified.
Yeah, and we saw that from the Rafinha bid as well. Also,
exactly. Yeah, so you know that we've been trying to get one in. Yeah. The only thing that we haven't addressed, which we did try to get from last year, I feel that we learned our lesson when the Vlahovic thing didn't work and there was rumours about Morata on loan or this person. We ended up getting no one. Yeah. That was a mistake. That probably cost us. Yeah. I've seen this time they're not leaving anything to chance. They're just like, let's get it.
This
Let's get it.
bro, this is a part of why I'm saying like my thoughts are in a different place with the even with like I'll say man the process the project like I get it now I get it. Do you understand? Because you know where I was at, bro, and we're
Yeah,
now in a
yeah, yeah.
place where I can say, okay, I see what you're doing now. It's coming to fruition in and we're blossoming. Like the team
Mm.
is like it's just like it's blossoming, bro. It's like you get
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you've sown the seeds and it's just blossoming nice. You
And you
get
can
me?
just see it and you're just proud. And
Yeah, you can
I'm
see a
just
crop
like,
and you're just like,
bro,
yo, my crop's looking mad. Like if this crop, yeah, if this crop
mm.
is this could be the one. Do you feel me? So it's
It's been
looking.
so nice because you know what's been mad is that I've watched probably every reaction to the game that's out there on the internet. I've watched. I want to hear what everyone's got to say about my team now. I
Yeah,
want to hear everything. I watched the match of the days, ESPN. I've watched Rio Ferdinand and his team. I've watched everything, the Lee Gunners and all of them man rants. I've watched them all because I want to see what are you man saying about my team
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
That's all it is, you know. I just want to, because I look at, obviously, when I'm watching the man them play, Saka is like, he is like the gem of England right now. I think everyone and their grandma loves Saka. I see little Caucasian guys out there with Saka shirts on, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
mad.
yeah, yeah. Little
It's
boys,
mad. He's
little
so,
boys. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
man.
they're, he's the gem, he's the jewel of English football. And
He's
I just
such a
remember,
good youth as well. Such a
bro,
good.
and you can't help but not love the
He,
kid in it, man. He's
yeah,
just
you
a
have to. He's like little
I
bro in it.
don't know
Little,
him in it, but you just
or
like he's a good guy.
yeah, like a yeah, little bro, man. You get me?
Yeah, on them vibes, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like he's just a good guy, man. Like you
yeah,
just cannot help but be happy for him. And when I just saw him and Eddie at the end of the match doing their interview, I'm just like, I'm looking at them like they're my two sons.
it's
Like,
mad,
look at
bro.
them,
It's
man.
mad. It's mad.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy. So,
yeah,
and that's the thing. It's like we've got an affection for our team now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
In a way where I used to get anxiety when Jacko's name was picked in the team. Now, bro, I'm like, "Come on, Jacko, do your thing, bro," because I
Bro,
know how the thing's set in it.
you know first 11 now. You know first
Yeah,
11.
100%.
Like,
There's no doubt about it. I think that every team from every supporter from any other team in the league can pick our first 11.
yeah,
They know it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And bro, I remember as well. Obviously, Narrow had to cut, yeah, but I remember end of last season. Oh, the God, he's small fry. Can't do this. Not strong enough. And listen, you respect to him because he said, "Look, man can be wrong in it. Look at the man. Look at the way the man's playing." I still get a little bit uncomfortable when I hear him compared to Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not gonna lie. It still makes me a little bit uncomfortable. However, he's playing some saucy football, man.
Bro,
It's crazy.
he's cooking, man. I mean, again, like he's another one. I might have not been as harsh as Narrow, but I was like, come on, he's a soft you get me, bro. Pattern up, you know, them ones again.
Bro, you
Eat
know my
some
thing. I've
food. This
always
is
just
the
been on
prem,
to him.
bro. Do you know what it is
Shoot, I've
though?
just been on to him.
We
Shoot, please.
we know the prem in it, so we know the prem
Mm.
is relentless. We know what it means when you're away at these grounds far up north and
Yeah,
Queen, where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
cold on Monday nights and Saturday early afternoon kickoffs. We know
Mm.
that in it, so that's what it is. And then the players have to have that conditioning. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
If you don't have that conditioning, it's not gonna work. So I think it's more that, and then it takes. I guess that's the adaptation process. What it takes when you're buying foreign players and bringing them to the league.
Mm.
Again, because Odegaard is one. Even I was like, well, it was Buendia that they wanted. He went Villa, right?
Right.
It
That's
was
right.
it
That's
was
right.
Buendia.
And
So,
look at the difference between the two of them now, bro.
but do we know if that would have been the
Well,
same if
would it have been Bundia
we?
who's doing up bits like this?
Nah, but he wouldn't have been doing
I
this,
don't
no.
think so
Nah,
because I
nah.
think that the talent levels,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in
yeah,
terms of just stealing alone,
yeah,
there's levels in it. And I
yeah,
don't, Bundia's not, don't get me wrong, he's not a bad player. And I was for him coming to Arsenal.
yeah. Same.
Again, it was one of them ones where stop dilly dallying, go and get the man.
Yeah,
But was it one of them ones where it's like, well, I want that guy, But if that guy's available, I
Same
might
money.
just prefer him for the
Yeah,
sake.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying. So
yeah.
sometimes we're not privy to the way that these things pan out, and I think it was by design. Once they had Odegaard, and he was obviously going back, I think he was always going to be the number one choice. I just don't think they thought he was attainable because remember he was supposed to be going back to Real Madrid to go and play.
Yeah.
Played a couple games, didn't work out. Nah, you could leave. And Arsenal were like, boy, we're on that. You know what I'm saying? We're
Great,
on that.
great piece of business now. Looking back at
Yeah.
it, 30 mil, 35 mil is a snip.
But
Because
again, that's the relationship. That's the relationship that we've got with Real Madrid, and that's the only reason why I thought that there. I was hoping more than thought that the Camavinga,
the camera, yeah, come on,
there might have been some
come on.
truth to it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I was
You
praying in the
thought they might have
background.
just been like, Arsenal, do you want to just do
Yeah,
you want
you
to
know
get
what I'm
him fit
saying?
for us, or like, you get me? Like, do you want to
Because you
just
know that we done them a favor with what's his name, Ceballos.
Ceballos? Yeah,
Yeah, we've had Ceballos there. I'm sure we've sold them a couple of players over the years as well. I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
just maybe. You
Yeah.
never know. But nah, that thing didn't work out for us, man. We just got hit back with reality of
But
that.
bro, do you know what? Saying that though, you never. It's like you just don't know with the window in it because
You never
I've
know.
heard man saying that. I've heard man saying, "To get me Trossard, we wasn't interested in Trossard. There was no interest." And then the next day, it was
Mm,
just like a done deal. So
it's done.
and
Yeah, yeah.
this is what I now want to commend Arsenal for as well. And again, it's a change, and it's something what I'm seeing. It's a change in approach and a change in
Mm,
structure or the way they're behaving, where they're learn from your mistakes, be proactive. You understand? And certain
mm.
times you can't be proactive, and but what they've done is they've been reactive and efficiently, pretty quickly, bro. Do you get it? It's been like, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
cool, boom, Mudrik flopped. 2 days later, bam, Trossard done. It's not even like,
In,
oh, we're
yeah.
in talk. It was just done already.
No
Boom,
long term.
Polish defender done. Boom, they're now talking about Fresneda. So, I'm not too sure with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy because what is he? He's a right back.
Right back,
Talking about
18 or
another,
19.
yeah, young prospect. So
But if you're gonna sell Cedric, cool. I'm with it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
then
you
it
have to
makes
remember
sense.
we're
Yeah,
covered. We are actually covered
for
at
right
right
back.
back. And to me, it's like because listen, I watched some of the media. They're telling me that he's been one of the best right backs in La Liga. I don't
Yeah,
watch all the Liga games,
yeah,
and in fact, I don't think I've ever actually watched a game that he's been involved in.
yeah,
But if you're telling me he's one of the best right backs, it's like, all right, cool. It maybe is this the step that we're taking to maybe upgrade a Ben White or a Tommy Yasu?
yeah.
You know,
Potentially, yeah,
potentially it could be that. I don't know. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're taking steps. But again, I look at the people that's interested. I like the fact that there's quite a few clubs that's saying that they want some of that because apparently he's got a straight choice now between us and Dortmund.
yeah.
And you know what Dortmund are like in terms of developing. As a youngster,
Developing.
I can see how both of those clubs are attractive to people.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So you only got to look at what Jude Bellingham's doing over there and what Sancho's done and Dembele before that. It's like, well, I could go over there, do bits, and then I can get my big move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
To
real, for real.
wherever. So, but listen, it's now that we're going to be in and I think it's safe to say that we're going to be in the Champions League. Now we're going to be in the Champions League. That hopefully, when people are at them clubs, they look at us and think, yeah, you know what, the big move is to a club like Arsenal. That's
Yeah,
what I want.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the second option no more. I want us to people to know and think, yeah, you know what, I want to go and play football over there.
yeah, yeah.
That's
This
how
is
them
what
man
I
are
mean. Yeah,
moving.
there's the Rafael Leao rumors again, in it,
And
and
that's not going away. I
that's the
like that.
links you want to hear, in it. Like, do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, with
Yeah,
that, what are
man,
you
put us in
saying?
the mix
So,
with everybody. Like we don't just get the player when no one else wants him because they've signed other people. It's like, nah, yeah, you know what? Arsenal have pulled off a coup here. They've got this person. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear. I'm reading about the Declan Rice. Yeah, cool. Go and get him. Because I know that other people want him. Go and get him.
yeah,
Jude
yeah,
Bellingham. I want to be in the mix.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what
Hundred
I'm saying?
percent,
That's where I
hundred
want us to
percent,
be still.
hundred
But
percent.
again, I have to, like I said, if we achieve success doing it the way that the club does it, I will respect their ways. However, your ways should be adaptable because you done it this way because of circumstance. We weren't in Champions League for X, Y, and Z. We've had to move a certain way because ultimately, remember, we've come to this stadium because we want to compete for the top players and for the top trophies. So now that we're getting back into those competitions, adapt the style and make sure that we can be in the mix for these things.
Yeah. So what are you saying now then? So Trossard in the building. This I don't know how you pronounce his name, Kiwiar, or let's just
Kivo, something like that. I don't know, man.
Kiwiar, like
the Polish centre back, man.
Yeah, I mean we'll get the update on that, like when the comments
don't speak no English though.
When the commentators pronounce it, then we'll follow suit in it, I guess. Like
yeah. I'm sure they'll wreck it as well.
What are you saying after that? How are you feeling in terms of the rest of the squad? What other kind of business?
I think a centre mid would be a dream. If I'm honest with you, don't want Tielemans. I know that everyone does. Not for me. Not athletic enough for this team. I would like to see another midfielder come in.
Do you know? There was links to a Spanish DM. Is it? How do you say his name?
Yes, I know the one that you're talking about. Zubi something.
Zubi Mena, yeah.
Yeah. And I've only seen him play on a couple of occasions. He's techie, definitely. Yeah. But again, I think it was a 52 million release clause that I read about.
Yeah.
And I think we was willing to meet it, but he said no, or he's something on these lines.
So that looks like they might be active in that. But then to me, then if you've got the Declan Rice links for the summer, then why would you buy it? Why would you spend 50 in January? If you're gonna then buy Declan Rice as well in the summer. So
that's my thing. I heard the earlier links to Rabiot on loan.
Yeah.
And as much as he's a player where I've always kind of thought, what do you do? What do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? I look at this player and I think you're technically sound, but what do you actually bring to the table?
Forget about
it's not much. It's again, it was just a number. I just think that we need somebody who can come in and do Thomas Partey's role just in case, because you would be a fool to think. And listen, I'd love to be proven wrong that we're going to go for the next 19 games and Thomas Partey is not going to have any type of injury where he misses at least 3 or 4 of them. I'll be shocked. And right now, I don't trust Lokonga. I was hoping that he could be that guy. And listen, hopefully he comes like an Eddie and proves us wrong. But I just don't think that one's worked out.
No, but pretty like this, yeah. Okay, so what we're talking about is because there's going to be fixture congestion, right? So Europa Prem, FA Cup, etc. Boom. But then if you've got El Neni and Sambi just for Europa and say FA Cup until if it's FA Cup until at least till the final or whatnot. Boom. And Partey's just doing Prem. Don't you think he could stay fit if you manage him like that? Because you see the way what he's done with Tierney, where it's just like. Normally, Tierney's like a starter, innit? He's banked on to start, but he's like, okay, now I'm going to rotate you with Europa games and Cup games.
Yeah, I want Tierney to play every Europa. And if I'm honest with you, bro, I'm probably going to be in the minority. But fuck the Europa. Fuck it. Don't care about it. Don't care. I don't. When I say I don't care,
all right,
I do not care one little, because if you're going to try and make me believe in the title,
wait.
I don't care.
All right, wait. So before you said you didn't care if we came in the top 4. You wanted to win the Europa League to get top 4, right?
I remember I said this is what I said. I said the objective was Champions League. Yeah.
You want to get top 4.
said I don't care if we was to finish 6th or 7th
and win Europa.
And win the Europa. Because it gets you into the Champions League.
So what do you want?
We've done that by the league now.
So what do you want now? So what do you want? If you're now saying this is disposable, like
listen, fuck the Europa League. I don't care.
What are you saying?
I said rest them all.
You want the Prem?
If we're gonna go in for the Prem,
do you want the Prem, bro? What are you saying, man? What's the Prem, bro? Okay, you're back in.
I'm telling man, I'm starting to believe, yeah,
bro.
If I'm believing, we go all out for it. 100. FA Cup, go for cool. But my thing is, remember, Europa is. I'm not disrespecting the trophy. Of course, it would be nice to win it. But my thing is, in trying to win the Europa, if you was to fail to take your opportunity of winning the Prem, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Let's just say it's the quarterfinals of the Europa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thomas Partey goes and gets injured for 2 months.
Yeah.
Is that worth it?
Yeah. For
Is
real.
it worth it? I don't
For
think
real.
it is. I don't think it is. So what you're saying is
Not for
right.
your,
I'm
not for your
saying,
prem, not for your prem
yeah,
challenge. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
right now, I said 25 games. I wanted to see where we was at 25 games. Yeah, but the way I'm seeing my team play is trying to increase my belief. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting on board with this whole thing of we can win
But
the
didn't
Prem.
I say, like, bro,
I
like we
know,
have to
bro.
change our expectations
Right.
necessary
No,
with,
but my thing is, yeah, you can change your expectations, but my thing is when the original objective has to be met. I now believe that we will not finish outside the
you
top
can't.
four.
It's, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
think
not
it's
possible.
almost an impossibility,
Yeah,
right?
it's not possible.
So
Yeah.
objective met. We're in
Yeah.
the Champions League next season. All right, cool. Now I'm allowed to dream. Yeah, because now we've fixed up what I wanted last season. I remember this season I said, Arteta, you cannot fail to get Champions League. That's the only requirement for me. You've far exceeded that because as far as I'm concerned, after 19 games, I feel like I'm guaranteed to be playing Champions League. I'll
Yeah.
put that one out there. Yeah. So now I'm looking at it and I'm like, all right, cool. I wanted to wait till 25 games to see where we was, yeah, to see like, cool. Because after 25 games, what you've got 13 left, right?
Yeah, it's more than halfway. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that feels safe to me. Let me see where we are. But I'm watching this team, man, and the team's giving me too much belief, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
giving me
Yeah.
too much belief. So I'm thinking, all right, let's go for the Prem. If we fell, we fell. Cool. But we'll be a fool in this position not to go for it. And
Bro,
by going for it, if I've got to give up a Europa League win that we would forget about, very, very quickly if we start playing Champions League regular, let's go for the Prem.
Bro, as I said to you, man, I saw that belief. Like, it was the end of the Tottenham game when I saw the players out there, obviously applauding the fans and that, but they was actually like, we are top of the league, say
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are.
yeah.
And from you see the players doing that, bro, you know the mentality
The
is
vibe is
switching,
right,
bro.
man.
Yeah, it means they're saying, yo, separately. And that's what it was with Invincibles, isn't it? It's like, okay, cool. Everyone write us off. Oh, Arsenal, they can't do it. They can't last. To get this, that, the other. Like, whatever reason, X, Y, and Z, bro. And but I told you, I've been seeing something. I saw it in the summer myself, and I was like, wait, if these men can keep doing this, and then
Bro.
January pattern the squad, then we to get it. Like, it's still not there. It's still a long way. We'll be saying 19 games now. Do you get what I'm saying? But it feels
definitely.
it's like with every week that passes, it just feels like, boy, we're just every week we're ticking them off. We're ticking them off, and like,
Yep. But
every,
who would you take as a signing right now?
so for
And you know
me,
what it is? Before you even answer that, yeah, and this still gets to me to this day because I still think to myself, bro, if them man had just got Bruno, because I see the way that he's playing for Newcastle, absolute baller, probably one of my favorite midfielders in the Prem. I'm like this, and bring him into the way we're playing this because he can live with this football. Trust me.
100%.
I'm like,
And
bro,
the whole Brazilian thing as well. The
yeah,
the link up is mad. You know that one.
it's crazy.
It's
Crazy.
mad, and then that is literally through the core of the team because then you've got
Right.
Ramsdale, Gabriel, and then you got Bruno in there, and then you would have had
Right.
Martinelli, and
But
Jesus.
we was lit. But
Yeah.
which midfielder would you say to get one in for Janet?
Do you know who I would go for? And
Mm.
it's someone you would have saw his games in the World Cup but it's someone who's kind of gone under a bit unmentioned. Is Amrabat that
Amrabat. Yeah, I thought you was gonna say him.
bro? Because it just looks like something you can get done in January. Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I know we've got World Cup tax, but I don't think you can go too mad with it. Do you get what I'm
The only
saying?
thing
Because
is, I think Fiorentina are going to be looking for 40 plus. I don't know how old he is. He's obviously got the Prem experience, although I don't think he pulled up any trees. I can't remember him too much, if I'm going to be totally honest.
no, not
But he
from
was
the
never.
Prem.
He's not a player that I looked at when he was playing there. What was he at Watford, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, he wasn't a player that I looked at and thought, oh, that's one. But you know what I'm saying? Um, but 40 mil. And my thing is, does he start enough games to justify it? 'Cause you have to remember, them man are probably carrying the World Cup tax on themselves as well, thinking, yeah, remember, I'm that guy right now. Because he had a brilliant World Cup.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, if I was Liverpool, I look at him and think, you fit straight into their team. Just in terms of the tempo in which he plays, the aggression, you know what I'm saying? And the ball playing ability when he got the ball, because let's be real, he weren't just going around kicking people and couldn't play. He was the best DM of the tournament for me.
Man,
I
man's
can't
just
really
look.
think of
Man's, you know, he come like, you know, like the Hoover, yeah, with a long lead, yeah, and you plug it in, yeah, and the Hoover's on, yeah, but it's come out of the socket, and the Hoover's just flying around the room, bruv, just sweeping everything up,
because
like
you see the way that he was hunting
yo,
down people with purpose.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was very impressed with him. I'm surprised the other midfielder from Morocco hasn't moved as well. Unai or whatever his name is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Unai,
he looked good. I'm surprised that these people ain't kind of got moves, because you normally just expect that after kind of World Cups. But obviously this one is a little bit different as well, because obviously normally World Cup finishes still summertime. Deals can get done. Remember, this is just a very short window.
yeah.
But yeah, I would never be mad at that signing, to be fair. I would never be mad at that. I'm just trying to think.
I think he's someone who wouldn't upset the squad, as in like he wouldn't expect to start. You're coming in at Arsenal, so you can hold a bit of bench and earn your place to get it.
Yeah.
But other than that, another one.
What are you saying on the Tielemans thing? Are you with that?
I don't know if I'm spending money on Tielemans right now, bro, because he's not a DM, is he? So
he's not.
He's not coming in to replace. I mean, I think the concern is Partey, isn't it? So it's that sitting in front of the defense. So I don't think Tielemans is coming in to do that. He's more coming in to play in the Xhaka role, if anything.
And this is my thing, yeah. Tielemans is a very good footballer, and I remember saying it early in the early, even summertime when we was linked to him. Because I wanted to, you know what it was? I was tired of the speculation. I was thinking, if that's your target, get it done. You know what I'm saying? Just get it done. Let's move on. But then I said to myself, you know what? And I remember in our group, bro, I said, he's not better than Xhaka. He's not better than, that's the problem. For me, that's the main problem. I want you to sign up. I want to be upgrading all the time. And my thing is, this is before Xhaka was really kind of playing to the sort of way we're seeing Xhaka play now. But I just said to myself, Tielemans is very good, but you're not better than Xhaka. And my thing is, if you're not better than Xhaka, then be physically better, because my thing with Xhaka is that you're always too slow. That Odegaard assist yesterday, if someone was just a little bit quicker, he would have got on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Xhaka's very smart, and as I always said, he's got good passing, got good left foot, blah, 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 blah. So in some ways, they are similar but not. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at them exactly stylistically the same, but in terms of the attributes and what they're good at, passing,
mobility,
shooting, and they both lack mobility, because I've seen man run past Tielemans,
both of them,
and I don't like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see that.
I think he's a bit of a bangers out of the box. That's I think it's just that, isn't it? Like we all love a man that
exactly.
scores screamers. So,
yeah. And he's got great technique and stuff like that. He is that. He's a techie footballer. He is. But I just don't think he brings much.
So what? I mean, after that, Ruben Neves probably obvious candidate
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, obvious
candidate. I definitely have him at the carpet, no doubt about it. But again, I don't think that's attainable. I don't think it's a realistic signing we can make.
What about Ndidi? Why? Because of so with Neves, why the cost or
cost? I think right now
wouldn't let him go right now.
Yeah, from Wolves. Remember, they've just got in their new manager, the ex Spanish coach. They got him in, and you know that he's the captain of their team. They center everything around him.
Yeah.
Although, again, the mobility thing. Slight issue.
Yeah, similar.
However, his position is a DM. He is a DM, and he could sit in front of that. and that could be compensated for. But you know what it is? The physical. Do you remember in the game yesterday where you saw Thomas Partey run like a train and take the ball off of Anthony?
Yeah.
Just literally, like Anthony would look like he was going through. Thomas Partey came. I was like, that's where the physicality, the pace comes in. So the next person that you mentioned, Ndidi, for that exact reason, I wouldn't mind, but I don't want to pay big change for him because I don't think technically he can live up to how we play football.
Nah,
I'm not too sure he can technically live with it.
but what we're talking about is just clean up and to get me the simple ball to your Odegaard, your Xhaka.
Yeah, but remember, Partey's the one who starts off all of our moves. And you know what he does? His passes break lines. That's the most important thing. I don't want a DM who's just going to come and pass
he actually bypasses. He bypasses.
That's why he's so in. As well as doing the defensive interception stuff, that's what makes him so. He's unique in the fact that one, he can get the ball, he can travel with the ball, go past a couple of players, knock it off. His passes, when he's thinking about it, they break lines, takes other people out. He's always passing the ball to Odegaard, and Odegaard can get on a half turn, and there's about 4 midfielders that have just been cut out from the other team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's also got the range of passing. So we've got a unique player in that sense, but you want someone who can at least replicate 2-3 of the 4 things that he's so good at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where Neves, passing, no problem at all. I think he could do the passes to break the lines. Still got the long range shooting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's got the know-how.
Probably closer fit to Xhaka, is it?
Neves team. Yeah, I'm saying. So I don't know, man. It's a mad one. But indeed, for just tidying up, I could live with that. But I don't think technically he's got it to say, yeah, you know what, Partey, you sit this one out.
Yeah, man, I take that in because...
Especially with the form, because he's not showing the sort of form of 18 months ago when I thought to myself, Ndidi is serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when we look at the pivot we had, which was Xhaka, right? Obviously, this new position that he's got, I think it's because of Partey's dominance, in that middle of the park.
Because remember, Arteta was doing it the other way around first.
That's what I'm saying. That was the engine room, Xhaka, but then we saw Xhaka, like that was the Xhaka we knew, like fouls, yellow cards, free kicks all the time. Bro, I can't even get Xhaka on a foul on a bet no more. Do you get me? I used to a bet was definite, like a yellow card standard every game. Bro, it's not happening.
You're better off trying to get Xhaka for a shot on target or something.
Yeah, like something to get it. So you've seen what Partey coming into the team, and just I think now we're seeing, because obviously the first season, what is it? It's not 2. It's not 2 full seasons we had, is it? It's like
what with Partey?
Yeah, it's a year and a half.
I think it's like a year and a half.
A season and a half, isn't it?
Yeah.
This will be second year, but actually it's 2 years, isn't it?
No, I'm lying.
It's 2.5 years.
2 years.
Yeah, and the first 2 years were a bit like here and there. Do you get me? But right now, the way he's got it locked, it's like he does look like the gem in the crown, bro. So,
bro, and it's being appreciated all round. It's like finally I get to see the beast that was playing for Atletico Madrid. I'm seeing it week in, week out, and I'm like, yes, this is the guy. Because I remember him coming to the Emirates, and he was the guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish we could sign a player like that. And now look, after all of the injury hiccups and all of that, because I'm telling you, it's just people just don't even understand. Like I hear the Casemiro comparisons. I hear it. But I'm talking, this guy can competently do all the midfield roles, and Casemiro can do a few of the midfield roles, but not all of them. And his passing is not as technical as Partey.
No,
he's not. Yeah, and you're not going to see Casemiro pick up the ball and travel and go past 2 or 3 players and knock it off. That's not his game. He's fantastic at what he does, but he can't. I just think that Partey can do I'm not trying to say it's everything he does better, but he can do everything that Casemiro can do, and I think he can do more. That's the reason why I say he's the one. You know what I'm saying? We can argue about who does it at a better level, but I think he can do everything that Casemiro does, but I don't think Casemiro can do everything he does.
Yeah.
You know
To me, like Casemiro, like, do you remember Lucas Torreira? Like,
yeah.
obviously you can't compare Torreira and Casemiro.
Mm.
I'm not comparing the two, but in terms of style of playing, like Casemiro is like a gold star Torreira. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Torreira on steroids. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he's like Torreira on steroids. Like that's kind of what he
I
reminds
get what
me.
listen, it sounds like a big disrespect to Casemiro, but I actually get it. I actually get it though. Yeah. Because them man are pit bulls, man. And they're winners. You know what I'm saying? You just watch certain players who've got a certain hunger. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about Casemiro. I think it's the leadership qualities. It's all of the rest of it. It's because you're playing next to someone who's going in like that. How can you work to a low level?
Yeah,
he makes other players better, innit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely respect that, man.
But what about Kessie then?
Kessie's one. I'd definitely take on a loan with an option.
Yeah.
Give me Kessie with a loan with an option.
Barca in the mud a bit, needs some money. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
100%. I only worry that he hasn't played much, but cool. We get him up to speed. I think that's someone we should be looking at. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. He would be right up there. You know, if I had a list of 3 out of everyone that we've spoken about, I would say, you know, my dream, Camavinga, give me that with an option.
Yeah.
Give me that with an option. I'm on that all day. Bring him down to the carpet. Then it would be Kessie. And then out of everyone you name, I would have probably say Amrabat next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I would kind of look at things. And then I'd say, you know what? We've had a fantastic window. If centre back's got anything about him.
Do you think? So, say we got this centre back in. Obviously, Trossard in. Say the right back comes in. I mean, I don't think he'll have a lot of say on our season.
I think they'll loan him back to the rest for this. I think that's just one that I don't think we're going to expect to see him. So
so I don't think the impact.
Regardless,
do you think it's enough? And if we don't get a sort of a centre mid or a DM or a box, like another centre mid, like a midfield, do you think we can sustain, or do you? Because I'm preying it, but I'm saying, boom, if Partey's just literally playing Prem games, and you've got El Nene, Sambi, Xhaka, you've even got Fabio, you've got Smith Rowe, they can all play centre mid, innit? It just depends on on positioning and what type of pivot.
I get that. But I think what it is, me looking at the manager, I think he's a want-it-all manager. And you can do it all manager. So, like I gave you that example before about Europa being in the quarterfinal, there is no way he would leave out Thomas Partey. Because as far as he's concerned, you're 2 games away from a major trophy. We're taking that. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So, I think, to answer your question,
in the latter
if we
stages,
don't sign someone,
it's a problem.
100%. If we don't sign someone, I think we're leaving things to chance. And then it's going to become about game management. Whereas I think if you just give it the guarantee and just have the numbers and have some quality numbers, you could really go on and do something special. Because imagine we go and do a double or something like that. Bro, you know how crazy that is? Bro. Crazy. And we're allowed to dream.
I'm literally camping outside, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying, listen.
I'm going to be camping on high roads and stuff. Do you get me, man? I think I'm busking.
It's going to be mad. Listen, if Arsenal, I remember as a younger guy going to the parades and all of that down at Highbury, and
trust me,
you know what I'm saying, when it all coming down Angel and up the street and all that. I remember that, and I want that, bro. I want that again. And you know what it is? We're so close to it. My thing is, go for it, because right now, I was even just watching Sky Sports before, and I think Jamie Carragher said it right. He said Arsenal could go and spend 300 million come summer, and they will not be in this position. We might be fighting for it, but we would not be in this position halfway through the season with a 5-point gap next year. So why not go for it? Why not go for it now? Try and capitalize on it. No one could take the piss out of the board or the manager if it's like, well, you know what? We ended up second or third because we went for it.
Yeah.
You could
And what is
only
it?
have regret.
Is it 1 game in hand? 2 games in hand? One game
What's
in
that
hand.
on
We got
against
1
who?
game in hand. No,
We
2.
got
We
one
got
game in.
two in hand. Because
We got
Everton
one
game
game in hand against Man City.
and the Everton one has also got rescheduled. It's 2 games in hand.
No, Man City have played 20 games. We played 19 as it
Yeah.
stands right now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's,
saying.
it's 1 right now, but yeah, everyone. I think everyone's got one extra game.
Yeah,
If you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
But
because there's teams in the Prem that's played 21, and there's some teams that have played 19. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Us and Liverpool have played like 19 games.
Yeah.
So, like, put it this way, we win our next game. Man United, apologies, but you've been in a title race for 2 weeks, you know. Thanks, but I'll see you later. You know, it's one of them ones.
On your way.
Yeah,
So,
because we then
so
go
what are you saying in
stupid
terms?
points ahead.
So yeah, in terms of their threat, do you think they're a threat to our challenge or to
Man
second
United?
or yeah?
Man United can't chat to me again. Don't know everything.
So we're saying third or fourth with Newcastle and
Yeah,
who-
Man United are fighting Newcastle and Tottenham for top 4. I think Arsenal and Man City, whichever way you want to put that, that's 1 and 2. That's sorted. I believe. Don't get me wrong; it could go wrong, but we win our next game, we are 14 points ahead of them.
Yeah.
14. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot. You have to think about it. Remember, we're halfway through the season. Yeah, we've lost 1 game. 14 points. We would literally have to lose 5 or 6 games. Was it 5? Yeah, almost 5. Well, 5 games.
We'd have
5
to
games,
lose
15
5,
points.
and then win
For
5.
them to, and for them to be perfect. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I don't think Man United are quite there yet. I still see Man United playing a Liverpool, a Chelsea even, and dropping points. You know what I'm saying? I still see that. And I don't see them guaranteed to go somewhere like Brighton or them play. I don't know what their fixture schedule is. I'm just picking out teams that I believe could still take points off of Man United.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen it too often. I've seen them, the Villas, and you just see it. You know it. So I don't think that they're going to be perfect, and I don't think we'll be that bad for us to even, you know, they've had their chance these last 2-3 weeks, and unfortunately, unfortunately for them, we didn't drop no points in the manner that people expected.
No,
So
we're sitting, man. We're sitting comfortable,
you know,
man, and it's looking great, man. Look, bro.
yeah,
As I say, man, there comes a time when man has to be a man. There was no hiding. We don't hide.
bro.
We don't hide.
Bro,
You get what I'm
look at
saying?
this. You're telling me if we win our game in hand, we are 14 points away from 3rd place. And listen, Newcastle are having a fantastic season. To be 14 points ahead of somebody who's having a fantastic season,
It's mad.
this is unheard of.
It's mad.
It's crazy, especially a team coming from
And then
from
I mean,
8.
look at the points difference on Liverpool and Chelsea. I mean, I know
German 5th, yeah.
they're a bit
Oh,
in the
listen,
mud, but
bro, it's crazy. Chelsea, 20,
we're saying 21
bro,
points, 21 points clear of them.
21, and with a game in hand. Oh, it's comical, isn't it?
Wow.
Chelsea, man, don't chat to me. Do not chat to me. Don't phone me. Don't do nothing. You, man, have to write to me from now on. Respect me, innit? Put a stamp on that shit, bro. Because we're not
Liverpool,
levels.
though, even Liverpool, bro, to turn it around, like, because to me, start of the season, I would have said Liverpool and City are the teams I fear the most in the league. 'Cause
Right.
We beat Chelsea, we beat Man U, we beat Tottenham. You get it?
See,
So
look at Liverpool's record. Yeah.
now,
Look at Liverpool's record there. So, in order, just to go back to the last point you was making, for Man United or a Newcastle to catch us, we'd have to perform the second half of the season like Liverpool.
yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's the only way that they could catch us.
Crazy.
They've lost 6 games.
Yeah.
We've lost 1. You know,
But I mean, look at Fulham, bro. Fulham are in their 8 losses, and they're at 30.
yeah. but they don't. And they've drawn 4. It's mad. But Newcastle have slightly been a very, very good team. They just draw too much. They just draw 9 games, like, and messed up their what could have been special for them, because they've almost drawn as many games as they won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
they've only lost the 1 game.
But in terms of progression, yeah, you can't knock them on that, man.
Nah, man. Eddie Howe's gone and done his thing, man.
Yeah, and they ain't done the Chelsea mazza, as we've seen. Do you get what I'm saying? It's been, do you get me? This is where, again, I gotta say, hands up, because I've seen, okay, cool, maybe man was a bit eager for the nyash. Do you get what I'm saying? Man was too quick. Do you get me, man? Man just wanted to beat. You get it, like, bro, but. It's how it goes, like, to get me adrenaline and high testosterone and adrenaline, and to get it, bro, a little bit of liquor and a little bit of Cali bud, and you're running around to get me on heat, bro. You get me, like, you've been banged up behind bars and man's fresh home, bro. So for me, that's what it is, isn't it? But yo, I can't knock Mikel right now. I can't knock. I mean, I can't even knock Eddie. Do you get me? Although I would say, yeah, you know, you're moving a bit slow on certain things. You know, pick up the pace a little, but it's still
frustrating at times. But I get it, but
you're being reactive, and that's what I want to see. Because last season and seasons prior to, maybe they haven't been so reactive. It's been like, all right, well, you don't get your target. Are you going to get someone else? We don't know. We're still waiting to the last week of the window, and there's a change, man, a whole change in culture. So props.
Listen, the vibrations are good, man.
Yeah,
the vibrations are good. I'm looking forward to Arsenal playing. We've got to be able to manage our emotions, because we're gonna drop points. We might lose a game or 2, and it's just for the man them to just believe in the team right now. Because you can clearly see that these men are feeding off the energy, and the energy comes from more than the stadium. It's just a whole vibe about Arsenal right now. It's lit. You know what I'm saying? It's lit being an Arsenal supporter. Every man's hating, bro. Listen, I'm starting to believe, man. It's crazy, and I'm pessimistic. I'm very pessimistic, man. So we'll see what's happening, man. We'll see what's happening.
Wicked.
But listen, man's got a cut, man.
Bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, listen, big show. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, come on. You know I love always having you on the show, bro, because you get me.
Yeah, man, we have to break it down differently. Yeah, you know how it goes already.
Properly,
we have to break it down. And just a mature chat. We don't have to go out and we're cussing like man's got opinions and whatnot. So yeah, listen, I hope that people then take it in, man. Listen, if you like the show, make sure you comment, subscribe, share the thing out, man. Support the thing, man. We're doing this, man.
Wait, bro, 5 seconds before you go, let me just, for the man them that are missing, and you know, those, obviously we're gonna just quick moments. Hell, all you Spuds, Congo, Mr. Lewin, Smith, Wasim, all of them, brother. All of them, you get me? Big up CJ, up top, my bro.